Conditioned by society, upbringing, and the external world, the human mind is carefully shaped to accept a singular, rigid reality, one that values only what can be measured, owned, or touched. This limited perspective dismisses the vastness of existence beyond the physical, confining consciousness within an invisible prison so deeply ingrained that most never even recognize its walls. From birth, perception is molded by unseen forces, shaping not only what we believe, but how we experience life itself. The world appears as a flat, predictable structure, where material success and tangible achievements are the only markers of meaning. Few ever pause to question this reality, and even fewer dare to venture beyond its confines. Yet, true existence is not bound by what the eyes can see or the hands can grasp. Consciousness is limitless, an expansive force that transcends the narrow framework of conditioned thought. The journey toward deeper awareness is not an outward pursuit, it is an inward expansion. It is a process of peeling away the layers of illusion, stripping away the false constructs that dictate perception, and uncovering a far greater truth. A mind confined to a single dimension perceives only fragments of reality, while an awakened consciousness embraces the full spectrum of existence. Let's journey through these dimensions, understanding the lower states, the barriers that prevent transcendence to higher realms of infinite potential, where all creation dissolves back into pure existence. The first dimension, the void of unconsciousness. At the lowest level of awareness lies the first dimension, a realm of pure inertia, where movement, growth, and true creation are absent. Here, consciousness is dormant, absorbed entirely by external forces, with no sense of self-directed evolution. Individuals trapped at this stage exist in a state of passive consumption, taking in energy, ideas, and resources without contributing in return. Their presence does not add, but instead depletes, much like parasitic entities in nature that survive solely by feeding off their hosts. This level manifests clearly in human relationships, one-sided interactions where one gives endlessly while the other only takes, leaving an imbalance that stifles both parties. In such dynamics, creation is absent and stagnation takes its place, forming a cycle where true growth is impossible. Those entrenched in this dimension are often unaware of their own nature, moving through life in a state of unconscious dependence, existing not to expand, but merely to sustain themselves at the expense of others. The second dimension, the illusion of possession. As consciousness awakens to the second dimension, it steps into a world where identity is sculpted by the hands of external validation. Here, materialism whispers seductive promises. Wealth, status, beauty, and accolades become the mirrors in which individuals search for their reflection. The ego, ever hungry, clutches at possessions, mistaking ownership for fulfillment, control for security. But beneath the shimmering surface lies a fragile existence. When the symbols of success are stripped away, what remains? A hollow echo of a self once built on the shifting sands of approval. Others are seen not as souls, but as instruments for personal gain, reflections of an identity still unformed. And yet, amidst this chase for recognition, a quiet yearning stirs, a longing that no trophy can satisfy, no wealth can soothe. It is the whisper of something more, something beyond the glittering illusion of material success, calling the soul to remember its true essence. The third dimension, the illusion of achievement. With growing awareness comes a shift, a subtle yet profound evolution of identity. In the third dimension, the soul no longer clings solely to possessions but seeks meaning through action, through accomplishment. I am what I do becomes the unspoken mantra, and society applauds this tireless pursuit, equating productivity to worthiness. Success is measured not just by what one owns, but by what one achieves, how much one contributes, how far one climbs. Yet, the illusion remains. No matter how high the mountain, the summit always recedes into the horizon, leaving fulfillment just out of reach. The restless mind, trapped in an endless cycle of doing, does not yet realize that peace cannot be won through effort alone. And then, a whisper of truth begins to surface, a gentle, persistent knowing that happiness is not a prize to be earned, but a presence to be embraced. It is not a destination waiting at the end of the race, but a state of being, here, now, in the stillness between each breath. The fourth dimension, the realm of reflection. As the illusion of achievement fades, consciousness steps into the fourth dimension, a realm where the mind turns inward and the depths of thought and emotion take center stage. Here, the journey shifts from external pursuits to internal exploration. Wounds once buried resurface, traumas demand acknowledgement, and long-held beliefs unravel in the search for truth. It is a space of deep introspection, where individuals sift through the remnants of their past, hoping to find meaning in their suffering. Yet, a subtle trap lingers. The pain, once merely an experience, becomes an identity. Many become entangled in their emotions, mistaking their struggles for the essence of who they are. The heart longs for freedom, but the mind, ever clinging, resists letting go. The weight of memories keeps them anchored in the past, even as they yearn to move forward. But the real self is not the emotions that rise and fall like tides, nor the thoughts that race through the mind. It is something far greater, something infinite, untouched by suffering. And in this realization, the first glimpse of true liberation emerges. The fifth dimension, the shift into presence. In the fifth dimension, a profound liberation unfolds. The self, once entangled in identity and emotion, now dissolves into something vast and infinite. The mind no longer grasps for validation, neither from the past nor the fleeting approval of the external world. Instead, consciousness settles fully into the present moment, where life is no longer a battle to be fought, but a masterpiece effortlessly created. Here, manifestation is not a practice or a goal, but an organic expression of being. There is no force, no struggle, only a natural alignment with the flow of existence. The endless cycles of healing and seeking fade into the background, revealing a deeper truth. There was never anything to fix, never anything missing. In this space of pure awareness, the chase for meaning, success, or enlightenment dissolves. All that remains is the stillness of presence, the quiet hum of existence in its most radiant form. There is no need to search. Everything has already been found. The sixth dimension, mastery of reality. With deeper awareness comes mastery, and in the sixth dimension, reality bends to the will of consciousness. Time, once a rigid sequence of past, present, and future, becomes fluid, no longer a force to obey, but a tool to shape. Manifestation accelerates, not as an effortful practice, but as an effortless unfolding, a seamless reflection of internal belief. Here, the illusion of separation dissolves. The self is no longer confined to a singular existence, but merges with the boundless expanse of the universe. The world is no longer something to be navigated or controlled. It is an extension of being, a mirror responding instantly to the vibrations of thought and intention. In this space, creation is not a struggle but a dance, where energy flows unhindered, shaping existence in perfect harmony. No resistance, no barriers, only the infinite, unfolding in its purest form. The seventh dimension, the realm of infinite possibility. Beyond mastery lies complete fluidity. In the seventh dimension, Consciousness is no longer tethered to a single identity, timeline, or reality. The boundaries that once defined existence dissolve, revealing a vast, interconnected expanse where every possibility exists at once. Here, life takes on the quality of a lucid dream, limitless, ever-shifting, shaped effortlessly by awareness itself. There is no longer a need to strive, to become, to seek. One simply is. Identity is no longer fixed, but fluid, flowing seamlessly between infinite expressions of the self. Thought and reality merge into one, and shifting between possibilities is as effortless as a breath, a moment, a whisper of intention. Time reveals itself as a boundless web where past, present, and future intertwine. And in this space beyond illusion, beyond limitation, the greatest truth emerges. There is no separation. There never was. All is one, and one is all. The eighth dimension, the infinite library of knowledge. The eighth dimension unveils the infinite reservoir of universal wisdom, a boundless archive where all knowledge, past, present, and future, exists as pure energy. Often known as the Akashic Records, this is not a place of learning, but of remembering. Here, understanding does not arise from effort or analysis. It arrives in an instant, as if whispered by the cosmos itself. Throughout history, the greatest visionaries, inventors, and artists have unknowingly dipped into this sacred space, retrieving fully formed insights, innovations, and masterpieces. In this dimension, thought is no longer a barrier, but a conduit. Genius is not something crafted through struggle, it is something accessed, a current of divine intelligence flowing effortlessly into the receptive mind. In this quietude, pure intelligence emerges, unfiltered, limitless, waiting only to be received. The ninth dimension, the return to the void. Beyond knowledge, beyond even the concept of self, lies the ninth dimension, the void. It is the space where all things begin and end, where form dissolves into pure existence. This is the realm of infinite potential, where creation is not yet shaped, and identity fades into the vast stillness of being. Every night, sleep carries consciousness back to this sacred emptiness, stripping away the illusion of self. Here, there is nothing to hold on to, no thoughts, no past, no future. To awaken in this space while still in the body is to know true freedom. The game of identity dissolves, and what remains is pure awareness. No effort is needed, for creation happens instantaneously. No striving, no becoming, only existence unfolding in its most absolute formless perfection.